Welcome to Manifesting and Spiritual Magic. We are so happy you're here.
Hi, I'm Denise Martinez Rossini, and I'm an Intuitional Numerologist and Spiritual Empowerment Mentor.
My name is Cathlene Miner, author of the 30-Day Self-Perception Makeover, where you will begin to manifest your life on purpose. And together, we will show you how to use all of the universal energies to your benefit so that you can manifest the life that you desire. Welcome to Manifesting and Spiritual Magic. So, as you all know, we are coming up on July. So, Denise, what number is July vibrating
So July this year is a 1. It's vibrating as a 1, which is known as the independent leader. So it's a really powerful month. It's a month for making your money energy vibrate really high, getting your mindset right around money. It's a month to set your goals, step up in leadership, embrace your self-confidence, help others move forward. It's a really powerful month. It's a great month for business, and it's a great month for starting a business as well, because ones are all about new beginnings. So if you're thinking of launching a business, July is a really good month to take that step and step into your own business. And it's a month of success. So it's a great month to start a new business.
Oh my gosh, I so relate to the 1 and an independent leader because I am a 1. And
Yes.
of course, the month is a 1 though. So it's not just, you don't have to have your life path number as a 1 in order to use all the benefits of the month of July.
Absolutely.
And I love that we had a rest month in June. Rest and rejuvenate, right? Re-energize. Take a little step back. Because now we have that energy to really go forward with those things. So, I mean, I know for me, there were a lot of things in June that I felt that needed a step back. And I did that. I did just that and tried to prioritize or filter. Maybe that's a better word for it. Filter a few things out that maybe didn't need to be on my plate right now so that I could focus in on July.
Yeah, absolutely. Because June was a 9 month, which was all about compassion and kindness. And it's quite funny how many women are in tune with their intuition, and a lot of women felt that they needed to take time to take rest. And it was a month of self healing, being compassionate, paying forward. Some incredible pay it forwards happened in June. Well, as we are moving into July, although it's a 1 month, this is really interesting because in its own right, it's a 7, which is a spiritual number. So when you combine those two numbers, it's not just a month for starting a new business, it's especially around spiritual business, which a lot of our sort of industry is moving forward within now. So if you're in a spiritual, metaphysical business, it's really good month for you as well. But we're all refreshed now after we're coming towards the end of the June. We've had a good universal flow goes up and down. So we've been in a rest month. We're rising back up now. We've been in a beautiful, soft energy of femininity, where we're being self-love, self-kindness, and now we're moving into an action month. We're getting in tune with our masculine energy, and we're going to do goal setting, planning, stepping up, taking action. It's just going to be a renewing energy as well. It's going to make us feel refreshed and more confident. And hopefully we'll have sunshine as well, which will just make us feel fantastic anyway. But yeah, it's a really, really exciting month, July.
And let's just say too, if you don't have sunshine where you live, because it does always help, put a picture on the wall of some amazing, beautiful place that you just would love to be at. And it really does help. It really does. And I know this is sort of off the subject, you guys, but I know you might find this a little entertaining. But I live where it's really warm, actually, pretty much 90% of the time. And even if it's not warm, those of you that live in colder climates would still think it's warm. But but I love around the holidays to have snow and cold. So I will like have a picture of that and just stare at it, and it just makes me feel so peaceful at that. But anyway, so I know that's off the subject, but that goes with the same thing with sunshine. I mean, put that up.
It makes sense. It makes complete sense. Yeah, it does.
Good. So what comes to my mind when you say independent leader and July and starting a new business, or maybe you already have a business and you feel like there needed to be some shifts, right? So you took a step back. Step one, right? Inspired action is what we need to get to. So write down those ideas that you had.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great time to write your goals down. It's a great time to get your vision board and just rejig it, bring some new energy to it, because for energy to flow, we have to keep moving. So your vision board needs to keep moving. Even if you've got the same goals there, move them around, refreshen them up. Your crystals, get your crystals moving. Everything needs energy to move it. But yeah, it's really good to take inspired action. Inspired action is so important because the universe can give you all these inspired ideas and just pour love on you and light on you. But if you just sit around and let that float around you, you're not going to do anything with it, then nothing's going to happen, nothing's going to change. So it's so important. Inspired action leads to success, absolutely. It's so important to do that.
Yeah, so let's just talk for a really quick second, explain the difference between action and inspired action. So action is that stuff that you have to do, right? You feel it.
Yeah.
You have to do it. You're going to do it. You're going to take action. You're going to do it. But that's because either you need to pay your bills, or you need to do this, or you need to do that.
Absolutely.
Actually light you up.
Right? Yeah.
Which is fine. There are a few things in everybody's life you have to do, right? You're tired and you don't feel like brushing your teeth. You still got to get up and brush your teeth and go back to bed, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. But as for inspired action is that excitement that you get. So when we were taking that rest period and that rejuvenation, any of those ideas that came to our mind, those are the ones you write down. Those are the ones that you will have this huge desire to take inspired action on. And if you don't have a desire to take inspired action, little hint here is that is not the path for you.
Yes, absolutely.
And Denise and I were talking about this before, but even if somebody else, we've all been into this situation before, whether it's somebody else giving you a thought that you don't feel inspired about, even though on the outside it may seem like a good thing because that's what works. No, or maybe you're watching somebody else and you're like, oh my gosh, if they can do that, I can. But then you still don't feel good about it. You know what I mean? You're like, maybe I should do that. So those aren't ones that are going to give you that inspired action to do. You're going to feel like you're doing action instead. Like it's work that I always like to call it like walking through sand, where you're just like,
yeah. Just going through the motions.
And if you're there right now, or if you were before, let's take a step back and what are those things that excite you? So like you were saying, those are the things to write down and set your goals for. And if they don't give you that excitement and that those aren't your path goals, right? So maybe don't put so much effort into you can't try to get inspired action. I guess that's what I'm trying to say too. You can't
exactly.
Action.
Yeah. And you'll know because it will excite you, especially when you get inspired ideas, they excite you. And you just, sometimes you can't write them down quickly enough. And when you're taking inspired action, it's going to fire you up. It's going to light you up. And the end of this month as well, there's going to be a lot of releasing. It's going to, because the 9's a releasing month as well. So it's a good time if you feel like you're not on the right path. Let that go and new beginnings start a new path. We should be in a state of excitement. It's just incredible. That's what lights you up. That's what fires you up. And I do expect that around the end of this month there will be some breakthroughs for people as well that will lead them in the inspired ideas that will lead them, or even discovering new gifts or new insights that will lead them into taking inspired action. And also, a lot of the time, especially within the industry that we're in now, it's important to realize we're in a groundbreaking industry that sort of didn't exist 5 years ago. This massive new online community is amazing within social media that women have, and it's the women that are leading it as entrepreneurs of the future. Social media are women; they're the ones that are leading. So it's important to realize that when we're talking about a one and new beginnings and new ideas, that can be something that's not been done before. So if you have an idea that you're thinking, well, nobody else is doing this, people are going to think I'm crazy. Absolutely not. Put it forward, because there's so much existing now that didn't exist 5, even 2 years ago. So you can do this. You can put the new ideas out there and be that independent leader that starts a new path for people to follow. And we're seeing more and more and more of this. And it just is so exciting. It's really exciting.
So if you don't know what step to take, so I've got this idea and I feel really excited about it. Well, now what do I do? Because I don't even know. And I know there's a lot of people that get in that spot, even whether you're starting a business or whether you have already have one established, but there's a new idea. So
Yeah.
first, tell me what you think about that. Like, what would you suggest somebody does if they're in that position?
Well, exactly. And this is exactly how I started my business. And it was a case of like, right, I know what my gifts are. I've got this idea and I'm just going to start an online community. You just open up your online community, find your tribe, put your message out there, what you're doing. You will start your Facebook group or your Facebook page, whatever. You'll start with one person that will join you, then more people, then more people. Before you know it, you've got a community of thousands, and you're helping others that are doing the same thing. So as you're starting something new, you're learning as you go along, and as other people come with new ideas, you can help them and help them move forward. It's all about being seen, making yourself visual, becoming a leader in your own industry, using your zone of genius and putting yourself out there. Because let's not forget, what you put out, you attract. So if you're being yourself and you're being, telling your true word and sharing what gifts you have, there's people waiting for you. There's literally people waiting for you going, oh my gosh, I need this in my life, and you can help them do the same thing. So if you have an idea, share it, and, start your own community, find your own tribe. And that's where the magic starts to happen.
Right, because that's where the inspired action comes in. That's when, if you've never had that feeling of an idea that you're really excited about, then you haven't had that inspired action feeling yet. But you'll absolutely know it when you have it, and it's those ideas and those things that light you up. And I'm actually going to be talking about this. It's on my schedule to. So I'm just want to bring it up right now because you just totally
absolutely.
And it was about being yourself, right? Because when you are yourself, so I have this inspired idea, and now let's use the Facebook group for an example, right? Let's just example. I mean, these days, YouTube, you can get on your Instagram, IGTV. I mean, you can do whatever works for you if you're going the social media route. Of course, there's that one-on-one if you're in a place where you have a brick and mortar or business, whatever. But always, always be you. And I did a post on this. It was a few days ago. And it was about, I hear so many times people saying, I'm going to be transparent with you, or I'm going to be authentic with you. And I hear this all the time. I mean, don't you hear that these days? Those words.
And that's who you should be anyway.
I'm thinking to myself, why are you telling us this? Because I just assumed you were the whole time. And I don't know why people feel like they have to do that. And all I'm saying here is, if you feel like you have to say that, then maybe take a step back and know that people want to know that you're being authentic and transparent with them all of the time. Because if not, then they kind of get a little bit confused as to what it is that you're giving them. What value are you giving? Is it even real, and is it even you? And that's the inspired action. Because if you're trying to be somebody else, on social media, it's overwhelming. You will see so many, and you might have this little pull that you're like, oh gosh, I should try that. It's like that shiny object syndrome about sometimes hear people say. But make sure that you're being authentically you. And I just can't even tell you how many times I've heard that, probably within the past year. Let's be transparent. I was thinking, well, why haven't you been the whole time? Now I'm wondering.
And it's like when people say, can I be honest with you? And you think, well, aren't you being honest with me anyway?
I mean, I'm not going to hurt your feelings or anything, but I'm going to be honest with you now. So that's something that I've been noticing a whole lot. And if you are being authentic and somebody doesn't quote like you, then they're not aligned with you, and that's fine. Let it move on. Or a situation, right? So when you're going into this month of July, if there's this total idea that you have and you align with a certain person and you think, oh my gosh, this is awesome because they have the same idea that I have. If it doesn't start to feel like it's flowing, then possibly they're not aligned with you and your vision. So therefore, it's okay your visions aren't the same. And so it's okay to move on to the next one because they're being their real self, maybe not, doesn't matter. But you are, and you need to be true to that and honor that and not try to conform to somebody else's idea. And I kind of went a roundabout way about talking about the independent leader. And I think sometimes independent leaders, as far as a life path number, and I just speak from experience, we have these ideas and we like things done now. Okay? And so you would be tempted to take an idea or go with a little path that you think sounds great, but you don't feel that it's aligned, and you come to find out it wasn't aligned. It just sounded good. So just take a step back and be a little bit patient with that and go with the way you feel. And I've been practicing this. I mean, this is something I've had to practice. And even, I mean, I'm 47 now, so I can look back 20 years and even tell you that 20 years ago, is when I started realizing a little bit before that I've got to really pay attention to this because if not, I could be going down a path that's way away from what my aligned path is. So in July, those of you that aren't the life path number ones, you might start feeling this way, right? I mean,
exactly. And also you'll find as well when you are stepping forward and when you're shining, when your light's shining, when you're bright and people are starting to take notice of you, sometimes people will try and distract you from your own path by saying, hey, let's do this over here with me or do this over here with me. So because they want to move forward with you, but that's not always the right thing to do. If you're in collaboration with anybody, make sure it's aligned with your energy. Don't get sidetracked and away from your main path. That's easily done in businesses and life. When you're moving forward, you can easily become sidetracked. So be aware, I think, of what your message is, what your word is to the world, what you're here to do, what you want to put out there, and make that your focus and your main vision so you're not getting pulled here, there and everywhere, because sometimes, especially within business, we can think, oh, I'm going to do this and then we'll veer off this way and we'll veer off that way. But it's a one as well is about finding your inner strength and your core and going with your strength and your passion, if you like. So it's important with that way as well, because we know sometimes when people are sort of moving forward, there'll be people trying to unintentionally as well keep them where they like them to be. It's like that bucket of crab story. Don't get out the bucket, stay here with us. But so you have to be aware of that. So that's why, as well, when people say getting out your comfort zone, it's not always easy. But a one has the strength and power to do that. So with the energy around this month is encouraging us to do that, to make that step forward. But to remember who you are, your independence, to remember who you are independently in your own energy and not get sidetracked.
Yeah, getting sidetracked can be very easy to do.
Yeah.
And in saying that, sometimes you will be doing something and it will take a little bit of a different path, but the difference is it feels right and you don't start
Yeah.
all over the place. That's just your path. So now you were doing this and now this is what you're doing, this other thing, because that's where you are in your life. And that's what
Yeah.
the ping pong all over the place stuff is it's overwhelming not only for the people listening, but it's overwhelming for you as a person when you do. Because I know that there's things that I know Denise has done that has led you to where you are right now. Which may not be exactly what your vision was when you started. But
exactly. I think when you start business as well, you'll have your core thing, but you'll pick up other gifts along the way, and things will come into your business that you never even imagined would, but you'll know because it'll feel aligned. You always go with your intuition. Your intuition, the more you use it, it's like a muscle, it becomes stronger. So it's really good. Embrace your universal gift. This month for July, for strength, you can embrace your carnelian crystal, tiger's eye, the powerful crystals, amber. If you want to connect with your angels, Archangel Michael's a really good angel to connect with this month because he's all about growing your strength and helping you shine your light, So you can embrace all of the universal energies, all the gifts, and to help you move forward. And it's going to be such an exciting month. It really is.
Yeah, so let's just say before we go that take one of those exciting things that just light you up that you want to move forward. You don't have to take 3. Let's take 1 and be super excited about it and just take that inspired action. And know though that, like you said, there will be you get outside your comfort zone. Sometimes it is a little bit tricky to tell the difference between, is my intuition telling me not to do this, or is my intuition like a little bit scared here about what I'm about to do? And but you'll know the difference because the feeling inside will be different. And if you're just new with working with the laws of the universal laws, law of attraction, or all of these universal gifts that we have out here that are here for us, it might seem a little bit that you don't understand which one's which, but there is a difference. And one will just sort of feel a little bit, have that little feeling, and the other one is like, okay, do I just jump and do this because I know on the other side of this it's going to be amazing. That's what you move forward with. If you get that other little feeling, sit back and just reevaluate it, right? I mean, there's just a suggestion that you would say for somebody to do if they can't tell the difference.
Yeah, I would say just listen to what your heart, always be heart-led, and you can journal it down and even see how you feel about the words you're writing down.
Love it.
But the more you read it, the more you feel it, the easier it will become for you to make that decision. And you can use your intuition to help you with that. Sometimes that little will be your ego saying, oh, I'm not sure about this, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. The other thing that you will feel if it's not right for you is just a block. Everything about it will just feel blocked and just off course. So the more you do this, the more you become attuned to it. So, you can sit in meditation as well. You can meditate around the feelings around it and ask the guidance you can ask for signs, ask for universal signs. You know, you can ask for messages through numbers, feathers, your spirit animal, your own sign that you put out that is your sign. You know, some people choose a butterfly, some people choose a bird. You can create your own sign that you want to have guidance by. But always be heart led and always trust in your own intuition. I think that's so important.
So here we go. July, independent leader, following your intuition, following that spark inside so that you're able to take inspired action. And you can find how to reach Denise or myself in the description below and at the end. And I hope you all have an amazing July, because this year is halfway through and there are some exciting things coming up where you can use the universal energies in practical everyday ways, because we can absolutely all do it. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye. Subscribe and follow us at our links at CathleneMiner.com, and for Denise at Spiritual Queens Rising on Facebook. Manifest your life on purpose, because you can. As founder and president of Hopefull Handbags International, a non-profit 501c3 organization, I would like to ask that you donate your once loved handbags filled with necessities that will be donated to women getting back on their feet again, that have gone through down times, abuse, and homelessness. Never underestimate the power of hope. If you or your business would like to donate funds, necessities, become a drop-off location, or start a Hopefull Handbags in your area, contact me at CathleneMiner.com, and you too can give hope.